All right, this is our holiday show. It's great.
Is it?
It's fantastic, man. It's the time of the year.
You didn't even say the name of the show.
That's-
How are people supposed to know?
Because they clicked on our fucking name.
But if you didn't say it.
I hate you. I really do. This is the Jay and Cody Show. For anyone who didn't click on our name, or wasn't given the intro, or blah, 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 through all other avenues in which you hear us, yeah.
That was
You
really
don't
pitiful.
fucking know what you would be listening to.
It's my favorite part of the show, though. It's what really gets me ramped up for it.
See, I hate it, actually.
Really? See,
Yeah.
I really like it because you're like, this is the Jay and Cody Show. I'm like, yeah, all right, it's starting. Let's
But I
go.
listen to, like, when I'm editing and doing all that shit, every time it starts the exact same way.
Well, then don't say it the same way. Just figure out how to do it different. But
I only talk one way.
it's true.
And, I mean, I'm like, why do we... It dawned on me. I'm like, why do I need to say welcome to our show, this is our show, when they know it's our show?
I don't know. It's a good point.
Yeah.
I just kind of like it, though. Makes it feel official.
I feel like it's something we could talk about off air.
I mean, you're probably right. We've got more important things to discuss.
Like holidays.
Yay.
It's a great time of year. And I don't know. I can't tell you what our schedule will be. I know it's kind of shitty of us to do that. But I'm not sure if we're going to have a show before Christmas. Probably.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
think?
you got any big plans?
Not really.
Yeah, me
I mean,
neither.
I'll probably be free because now school's over. My work, which consists of all outside stuff, it's snowing and it's cold here, so we won't work.
Does that make you happy?
Not really. Honestly, no, because like since school's been out for the last week and a half or so, I've been so bored. Because like I haven't had school to preoccupy my time. We haven't been going to work. It's been kind of bullshit. And like nobody hangs out with me, so.
You also... You
course-
say that, but you are kind of busy.
I know.
You know, I don't know what you do.
Right. I know I say that, but I always end up having.
Because
to
I'm
do
like, oh,
something
hey, did you check out that story on this, or that? Or, you know, oh, did you look into that? Oh, I didn't have time. You're like, I'm bored all the time.
Right, I know. Of course, then there are the days where I stay at home, and I'm kind of cool with that too. So, you know.
Did you stay at home yesterday?
Kind of, yeah. I spent the night at a friend's house Friday night, but I got home about 1:30 or so, and then I was home for the rest of the day.
How was the drive?
Not bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Had it not started sticking and freezing yet, or
When? Friday or Saturday?
Saturday?
No. There wasn't, like, anything on the road.
Coming on the interstate?
Don't think so. I didn't take the interstate. Well, I took the highway to Valley Center to drop my friend off, but then I took just Broadway.
All the way back.
Yeah, and there wasn't anything there.
Because in Newton, it was... Damn it. I always try to not say where we live, but whatever.
I don't.
Here in town, it was shitty. Like at 2. I woke up at like 2.
Oh.
I had an epic fucking sleep on Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like one of those, when I went to, like, I woke up at like 9 or 10, and I felt like I had slept like forever. And I was like, oh shit, it's only like 9:30, I'm gonna go back to sleep. Like, I put on a movie, so that, well, I'll just watch this, because I did feel refreshed at that point.
Yeah,
I thought,
sure.
yeah, you know. But I'm like, I might fall back asleep, whatever. So I put on a movie, and of course I fell back asleep.
Right.
I don't even remember what movie I put on. I think it was that movie you guys were telling me to watch.
Kingsman?
Yeah.
Oh, super good.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a shame you didn't stick through.
I probably fell asleep.
Should really watch it again.
Yeah,
later.
yeah, and I plan on it. But then I woke back up and it felt like I've been sleeping forever again, and I had been. So it was like 2 o'clock. Like, holy fuck!
What time did you go to bed?
I don't know, probably like 4.
It's pretty average for you.
Maybe
you got
5.
almost 12 hours of sleep.
Well, no, probably more like 10.
Well, if you went to bed at 4 and got up at 2.
Yeah, it's 10.
Right. That's why I said you got almost 12.
Let's see, 13 would be almost.
No, 13 would be more than
12. 11 would almost
see,
be 12.
I think if it's within 2 hours, that's almost.
You autistic?
It's a
like I only count odd numbers.
It's a couple hours off. It's a few hours.
Only 1, 3, 5, and 7. I don't believe in 2, 4, 6.
I do believe in 246. I'm all about those even numbers. Not odd.
He's still autistic. I mean,
Oh, I'm sure I am.
Either way, if you don't believe in either one.
Speaking of autism, can we just take a moment to celebrate the disease that is this holiday?
What are you talking about?
I absolutely hate this holiday.
Why?
Because when it snows, I don't mind the snow.
You shouldn't. You don't really do anything.
But other people do.
Yeah.
And they drive stupid. And it pisses me off.
It's not even that bad, though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going down a road that's 20 to 30 miles an hour and they're going like 10. Like, guys, it's just... And it was melted. It was bright, but it was melted. Like, it's not ice. It's just water. Just drive normal here. Plus, all the holiday music. I hate it. I hate this.
You don't have to listen to it if you don't want to.
I get... Somehow...
But see, like, I would much rather listen to holiday music than I would, like, EDM music or...
Really?
Fuck yeah. God, I can't stand that shit.
Really?
That rave dance party bullshit.
I like it.
Ugh.
It's because you're old.
No, because they push a button.
Right. I'm not... Yeah.
Yay.
No.
Wow. You talking about, like, your participation awards. There you go. Like,
Right.
hey, you're a musician. Fuck you.
No,
You piece of shit.
I definitely won't defend them and say that it takes any sort of talent.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I like it.
And you know what? 2 years from now, no one will even fucking know who most of the musicians that make those songs are.
Yeah, see, I disagree.
Or the songs. I can't even name one EDM song.
That's because you don't listen to it.
It doesn't matter. Like,
No, I'm just saying, like...
I don't listen to pop, but I can sing Justin Bieber
I know
songs.
I was gonna
but
say,
I don't
know
fucking,
you got Bieber fever.
But I don't fucking listen to it.
Right.
I know Taylor Swift songs.
Taylor
but
Swift
there
kicks
again,
ass, though.
I really question everything about it.
Taylor Swift, that's my woman.
Ugh. Ugh, really?
No, not really.
Yeah, she's horrible. Like,
She's not super attractive.
No,
but
she's not.
I like her music well enough. No, don't give me that.
how can I not? How can I not? How am I supposed to not give you that?
Hey, each their own.
No, but there's a line.
Well...
There is definitely a line. And when you're Mr. I'm into hardcore,
Well...
blah, blah, blah. Taylor Swift is pretty good. You should check her out.
I'm diverse.
I don't know if you guys have heard that new Bad Blood song, but let me tell you, she gets in there and she really ruffles some feathers up.
Russell's my jimmies.
Whatever your fucking fag saying is. No, but what I'm saying is,
I'm diverse.
Skrillex. I remember when they were a big thing. Fucking Skrillex is dead now. No one gives a shit. But you know what?
Should be.
Do you know what you will hear in 50 years?
What's that?
Jingle All the Way. Because we heard it 50 years ago.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it.
Talk about sustainability.
Yes.
Your fucking dance party music would just be... In like 5 years, there'll be another fad that comes along.
You know...
And it'll probably be like, I don't know, fart sounds or something.
That'd be cool. I could get behind that. You know, I really wonder, like, in 10 years, what my music taste will be like. Because 10 years ago, I wasn't as into, like, punk rock, like Blink-182 and Green Day, as I am now. Like, I'm way into it now. But 10 years ago, how old... I was... Well, I don't know. I don't know what I was listening to at 10 years old, to be honest. Probably still Christian music. Because I was a good kid back then.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, I was all about that Christian.
It probably won't change that much.
I hope not.
Like, not too drastically.
I hope not. I'm happy where I am now.
You'll notice, like, 20 to 30, the only thing that really changes is your body breaks down.
Well, that's already happening. So.
I mean, that's really... You probably won't be as into, like, the really heavy stuff. Like, it'll kind of get on your nerve. And it's not even, like, you'll still be into the shit you're into now. Like, you'll still be into asking. But there'll be some other newer, younger band, and you'll be like, ugh.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
And some, like, punk kid telling you that you don't know shit about.
And it's funny, because I see that happening now with... No,
I started I started to notice that, too, around your age.
I don't exactly listen to rap. There's a few rap artists that I really like, but... Overall, there's these new mumble rappers.
Yeah.
Like Lil Yachty, 21 Savage, Lil Uzi. I don't expect you to know who they are.
I do.
Okay, they literally it's called mumble rap.
Yeah,
And that pisses me off because you've got artists like Tech Nine and Eminem and Kendrick Lamar who can go out there and absolutely just destroy a song. Those are the people that you should want to be like. The fact that you can go out there and just mumble and really not even know what you're saying for sure, I don't like that because that's just showing other kids like, yeah, it's like EDM. Honestly, in the same aspect, where you don't have to have any talent to do it now. And I'm not saying rap is like super talented or whatever.
Oh, I think it totally is.
Right.
I mean, but
there
like,
are some artists
you named like Kendrick Lamar. I think is awesome, but like, I wouldn't put. I like Tech Nine, but I don't think he's that intelligently written.
Really?
Not.
Oh, I do.
See, like Nas for me is. The
I
guy,
like Nas.
Like that is just really
right.
And even like Outkast, even though you don't like them.
Yeah.
I think they're very intelligent.
See, I really like Tech Nine. Just the way he's
very aggressive and he's very fast. I get that.
No, but even just lyrically, the way he uses words, I think is fairly intelligent.
I'm not saying he's retarded or anything.
No, right. Eminem, though. Eminem really still probably will be, like, number one for me. Because that dude, he's so gifted with words.
See, I'd say he's, like, number 3 for me.
Really?
Yeah. Like, Nas, Jay-Z, and then...
Oh, I hate Jay-Z.
I love Jay-Z.
I don't think he's good.
He's amazing.
I don't think I've never been a Jay-Z fan.
You probably only heard, like, his hits.
No. I've definitely given him a fair shot.
You listened to the Black Album and you weren't like, damn, it's really smart.
It's good, but it's not my thing.
I mean, I love how he can take the fact that, like, it's almost, like, self-deprecating about, like, it's bullshit that all people sing about is money and women and drugs. But they're not helping themselves out.
Right, no,
blah, blah, blah. Like, that I think is great. Like, I love that kind of rap because
I completely agree with you. I think he is let me say this. I think he's talented, and I think he's a good songwriter. I just don't like his sound. I've just never been able to get... I can get there, and I can respect what he does. I just can't get into him.
See, I
really can't. And Nas is kind of the same way with me. I really respect him as an artist. I just... his sound just doesn't quite do it for me.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I think he's, like, the best in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is he? Do you know?
Not as old as you think.
Really?
He's been doing it since, like, the early 90s or some shit like that, but he's only, like, 40-something.
Okay, see, I was going to say 45. So.
Yeah, I think he's, like, 45 or whatever. Which, really, you would expect him to be a lot older.
No, well, maybe some. I don't know. I was
thinking... like, early 90s, I was, like, 8.
Right, yeah.
I'm, like, in my early 30s now.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
No, I just on the whole rap thing, it irritates me that people can come out here and be absolute shit. And people are worshiping them. Like 21 Savage. This dude looks retarded. He has a cross right here.
Like Fetty Wap?
Fetty Wap?
Whatever his name is, he really looks retarded.
He's another one that I don't like.
He does look retarded.
He does look retarded. But you can come out here and mumble, and you make millions. For real?
I doubt they actually make millions, though.
They do.
Nah.
No, they're making money.
How?
People buy their shit.
There's no money in music, really.
Right.
I mean...
Well, they're getting it from somewhere.
I bet you... I bet, like, maybe they've made $1 million, right? But 90% of them in 2 years will be broke. And you'll hear about it. Because I remember that whole trend. I was hearing, like, all these guys with, like, tons of money.
Well, that's why Axl Rose came out of retirement. That and he got off drugs.
Then I think he decided, like, I was the man at one point, and I can bring it back. And, holy fuck, dude. Well, like, we're talking, by the way, comebacks of the year.
Yeah.
Axl Rose has got to be right up there.
Yeah,
I mean, that guy...
He came out strong.
That guy fucking... demolished his own career. Everyone hated him. Now he's like headlining 2 major bands, making like $3 million a concert.
Yeah, no,
and he's fucking awesome. I mean, he's kicking ass at his old age too.
Was it Zacky Vengeance or Sinister Gates that we were talking about not too long ago that said they're pretty much broke?
Zacky Vengeance. But I think they all are. I mean, like...
Right. But one of them came out and said it. I can't remember which one it was.
I don't know. I think a couple of them are actually in the business themselves, so they're probably okay.
And that's one of the things, like, with Asking, their guitarist, he has his own record company. So he's doing all right, but
Like, yeah,
the
you're
rest
doing
of them
all right, but I mean,
right.
there again, like and nothing against them, but like asking, and anyone they've ever promoted, I bet doesn't have like a single like a song. Like, there's probably not a song that anyone can really say, "Oh, I know that song."
Right.
No, I mean it's nothing against them, but like
Right.
that's how you make your money.
Well, and it is a little different in that scene though, because there are plenty of people that listen to harder stuff, but it's not popularized and streamed like pop is. You hear pop everywhere.
You do, but I think even how do I put this? Without being mean about it, they don't bring anything special to the table.
No, they really don't.
Like, I remember, like, Shadows Fall when they came out.
I love Shadows Fall.
Shadows Fall was really pretty big, and you heard them on the radio. The big thing is you saw them in the magazines a lot.
Right.
And you saw them in a lot of guitar magazines, because their guitar work was insane, but yet still being, like, really heavy. They were still really catchy. You know, like, a lot of that new metal, you don't get a lot of that.
I still see, like, the guitarist for asking, Ben Bruce. I've seen him in a few magazines, just because, like, on Facebook I follow Alternative Press and a couple other bigger metal magazines, art rock magazines, and they're in there. But that is one of my problems. I love Asking Alexandria. They're still one of my favorite bands. But honestly, anybody can kind of play it. It's just just 0, 1, 2.
Yeah.
It's not hard to play.
Binary metal.
Yeah. It's super easy. I love the sound of it. I'll listen to it all day, but it's not hard.
You see, that won't last.
What won't?
I'll listen to that all day.
Right, yeah.
You'll get to a point where you're like, I don't know.
Right.
I used to love Avenged Sevenfold, and I don't hate them now, but I'm kind of done.
No, I used to listen to them all the time. Like, okay, one of my biggest memories about listening to Avenged Sevenfold was I'd be playing Need for Speed Most Wanted, and I had the City of Evil album.
It's a great album.
It is. And I would just listen to that thing on repeat on my CD player. Just repeat all evening.
And amazing. Like, you can't even be tired of the way they play, because
love it.
They're amazing.
Had everything in those songs memorized, but now it's just kind of, I still like them. If they come through if a song comes up on my phone on shuffle, oh yeah, cool. But I don't listen to them as active as I used to.
No, it gets like that. I mean, I think that's why I had such a hard-on for, like, 21 Pilots, because I was like, I have not heard anything like this. This is amazing. You know? Or, obviously, Blink-182.
Yeah, that new album really put me back into That's really what started my punk rock mood, was that new album.
And we're seeing, like, a whole trend of, like, punk rock bands, like, coming back and, like, really... And it makes me wonder, like... Were they always doing this, but I wasn't listening?
No, I don't think so.
Was there, like, Bad Religion's newest album? I listened to that.
So good.
But that was, like, 3 years ago.
Right.
Like, why wasn't I listening to that 3 years ago? That was really good. I actually bought my wife a signed copy of the lead singer, Greg, whatever his last name is. Can't think of it at the moment. His book. And it came with the CD and stuff. The new album.
Bad Religion?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, he's like a professor. He's a really smart guy. And he wrote this book on something. I don't remember. But it was signed and everything. I bought it for Christmas or something. I don't fucking know.
That's pretty cool.
But I didn't listen to the CD.
Oh, really?
Like, that was the album that, like, I'm listening to now. And I'm like, wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
And, I mean...
No, actually, the other day... I don't think we were talking about it on air, but we were talking about Bad Religion.
Yeah.
I need to listen to some Bad Religion. So that evening I went and listened to a butt ton of Bad Religion. It was good.
I have a hard time listening to music, though, if I'm not in my car.
See, I play Madden, or I'll play PS4, and I'll just play it on my phone.
See, I listen to podcasts.
Oh.
And I usually listen to, like, Tuesdays with Stories, Mark Norman and Joe List, or Opie, or Sam and Jim.
See, I don't think I could do that, because if I listen to a podcast, I want to listen to it. But if I'm playing Madden, I listen to music more for, like, background noise.
That's what I do for the... I mean, because, like, there's no... I mean, especially, like, Madden. I love Madden. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I can
Right.
A lot of it's hand-eye.
No,
I mean,
I
it's
get
not
what-
like I'm focusing on a story or something.
I get that.
Like,
If I was listening to a podcast, I'd rather actually listen and pay attention, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. My brain still, it won't let me just focus on one thing.
Oh, really?
I've got to have, like, multiple things going on to fully entertain. Unless it's, like, even games, like, most of them, I have to have, like Final Fantasy, even. Like, if I knew I was going out, like, just doing stupid side quests or whatever, I'd turn on a podcast. And, like, I don't care what this... You know,
right.
They're not going to say anything that interesting. And, like, if a story moment would come up, I'd just, like, pause it so I could hear it.
Do you need sound to sleep at night?
Yes.
Me too.
But mine's for a completely different reason.
Why is that?
Because I have tinnitus.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is, like, even now, I've got this high-pitched squeal in my right ear. It's horrible.
Me too.
Always?
Almost.
Like, it's a sign of going deaf, is what they say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.
Well,
I always thought that was the worst. And, I mean, it's not great, but...
I mean...
I kind of forget about it sometimes.
It's not going deaf, but if you don't, like, take care of it, you'll
right,
get deaf.
if you keep blasting...
Which I don't.
If you keep
I
blasting
don't at all.
earbuds and
Which
blah,
I
blah,
do.
blah, yeah, you're going to fuck your ears up.
Right. But
no, you don't want it as bad as mine. Because, like, if the TV turns off, I wake up. Because I hear that noise. Yeah.
I don't know if that would happen.
I mean, not all the time, but sometimes.
I've never, like, done that. I've never been in a situation where someone's turned the TV off, so I don't really know. I mean, yours probably is worse because you played on stage.
Multiple times.
Yeah. So, and I really didn't.
And it's weird, too, on stage because, like, it's, you don't know how loud it really is. Because you can talk to everybody. Like,
right.
It's a weird sound cloud that hits you in the ears, but you can still talk to the person next to you.
Right. Like, the couple times that I have, literally, like, 2 times I have. I get what you mean. It is weird. Because, like, you can be rocking out and talk to the guy right next to you, but, you know.
He can hear you fine. You can, but, like, just right in front, it's, like, so super loud.
Oh, I know. No,
and I kind of like that because I hated hearing myself. Like, you have to hear yourself a little bit.
Right.
You got your one little monitor there, but half the time I wouldn't even pay attention to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember one time, back when I was in a band with the guys from Halstead, we played at the Cross-Eyed Cricket, and it jacked me up so much because I had to borrow my friend's cord for my bass. And the cord kept cutting out on the amp, and so I'd be like playing, and it'd cut out, and it'd mess me up.
How annoying would it be for the people listening too?
Oh, it was, and it kept I was always it was an asking song, so it was pretty easy to like bounce back from. It wasn't like super complicated, but still, I'd be playing, and then it cut out, and it like fucked me up. And I'm like, oh, what? And it did that so much.
Listen, we practice so I think we in any band I've ever been in. We probably practiced 3 to 4 times a week.
I wish that was the case.
So, like... But you know how I am with, like, anything. Like, this show, for instance. I'm working on stories or whatever, ideas, outside of actually doing the show, and then we do the show probably 3 or 4 times a week. Like, anything I'm involved in, like... I love doing it, so I want to do it. Like...
And see, that was part of the reason why I kind of gave up on bands, to be honest, was because...
Everybody, like, had their girlfriend that was, like, more important.
Yeah, and I mean, like, when I was in the band in Halstead, I had a girlfriend, but I was still the guy, like, me and the singer were the 2 guys that were like, hey, you guys want to get together tonight and practice? No, we got some... I kid you not, there were more than a handful of times where someone would be like, no, I'm going to go out and smoke with my friends.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
Like, that's the time when you're... Like, and literally, that's probably why I ended up with so many bands that played a lot, is because... You could be friends and whatever. And we'd sit them down. And it started off with like 2 of us, me and my cousin.
Sure.
My cousin he pushed me to work harder, and I mean, there was a lot of fights. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Like, there was those times I'm like, dude, I'm fucking working 45 hours a week. You want me practicing all this fucking time? I just got married. Like, yeah,
right.
Fucking.
I get that.
But I respected what he was doing.
Right.
And I
And like, I don't
But
care.
we would take, and we would have like 3 other guys. Some of them family, friends, whatever. And if they'd miss like 2 practices in a week, we'd be like, listen, man, like, we're still cool, but you're out.
Right.
Like, sorry.
Right. Like, I don't care if you smoke, but You gotta. Come on.
We did. Like, that was no drugs, no alcohol.
Oh, really?
When we're practicing, you take the music serious.
And honestly, maybe that's the route we should have taken. Because I don't care if you smoke. Just don't let it get in the way of practice. I smoked. But I wasn't like, oh, no, sorry, I'm going to cancel practice tonight because I need to smoke.
When we were younger, starting out, we would. Like, we'd get high sometimes and play, and we'd realize, like, the practices were just pointless.
Right.
It's like you're off in La La Land and...
Right. No, I get that. I love a good joint as much as the next guy.
No, I was a huge
I wouldn't
stoner,
smoke before practice just because I'm useless. When
Yeah,
I'm high,
me too.
absolutely useless.
And there's no better high than when you have like a great practice
Right.
or a great performance, and then afterwards you're just fucking stoned
Right.
and you're like, fuck yeah, look what I did.
And it's funny because when I worked at Sonic a few years ago, there's this cook there. He'd always come in sober, and he'd be shitty. But then, I don't know, hour in, he'd take a break, he'd go out and smoke. Oh, he was a god. I mean, he was just moving his way around.
That's like how one of our drummers was.
I don't get it. Because if I'd have gone out and done that, I would be like...
After she was stoned. Like, and so, when I say no drugs, no alcohol, it's or we had a bass player. When he'd drink, he was good.
Yeah.
But it was like, it was kind of one of those things that, you know, if it's gonna fuck with you too much,
Right.
and you can always tell. That's why you give everyone like 2 chances.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
That first time, all right. So then you're smarter for it if you sucked.
Right.
And if you do it again, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Right. No, I just...
But I mean, while we're on, and we really moved away from
right.
the holiday spirit and from all that's what we do.
Right.
When you think about what the purpose of, I don't know, a year-end show, a holiday show, one thing is to recap some of the best things that have happened this year. And, you know, since we've been talking music pretty much most of the entire show,
Yeah.
I think we should discuss the best albums that came out this year.
California, number 1.
Yeah, without a doubt. Blink-182's. And I would say
Although... No, go ahead. Jinx, you almost said it. No, I know you probably don't listen to him, but J. Cole, he's a rapper.
Yeah.
I absolutely love J. Cole because he's not all about drugs, pussy, and money. And this new album that he released, it's called For Your Eyes Only, and it's just like basically one big storyline, and it's so well put together. It's absolutely good. That would probably be number 2 for me just because I put punk rock above rap.
Really?
But if I was a rap fan, that would be number 1 for me.
See, I would
It's
put...
so good.
I haven't heard it, to be honest, but I think number 2 still, for me, would be Revolution Radio, like Green Day.
Yeah, that would be number 3 for me.
Because as I'm listening to it more and more, it's the same thing with California. I liked like 3 or 4 songs off it, and I kept listening.
Right,
and
yeah.
like, oh, this is a good song. Having the same experience with the Green Day.
No, yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't know.
And see, that would have been number 2 for me if J. Cole hadn't released his album.
And I'm not sure. And you know, whatever, we'll go grind back and forth on that. But I think you have to kind of give some respect to Metallica.
Mm-hmm, yeah. They did release a really good album.
They did. And I want to... It's my same thing with your J. Cole thing. Like, I'll give that respect. I'm just kind of tired of like, now I don't know how J. Cole sounds.
Right.
I have no idea. But I'm just saying, like, I'm putting Metallica up there because of... It's a good album. It's not for me.
Right.
It was for me 10 years ago.
And it does really kind of sound the same.
That's it, yeah.
I like the sound, but when it does sound the same, but just with the whole J. Cole thing, one of the reasons that I give the dude such big props is, first of all, every single album he's released has hit number 1 on the Billboard. Jay-Z didn't hit that until his 3rd album. in his new album, of the 35,000 or so words that he used, I think they said almost 4,000 were unique words, which is really big. The video I watched said that his vocabulary is bigger than Lil Wayne and Drake combined. Dude is just, honestly, I put him right up there with Eminem. It's kind of different because Eminem's a lot more aggressive sounding. J. Cole's a little bit more laid back.
Did you say Eminem and Drake?
What do you mean?
As far as like, what about Kendrick Lamar?
What about him? What
isn't he higher up than Drake?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you were like number 1, number 2, Eminem.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying as far as... Nah, I'm not really putting numbers on. I'm just saying he's up there.
Gotcha.
But,
been told we got to take a break real quick. We will be back. And we're back. We were talking about rap or whatever, but what do you think of, and this is completely off topic, what do you think of John McCain's statement that he made today?
Which one?
About the Russian hacks are as bad as Pearl Harbor was. And it's undermining democracy. If we let this happen... Actually, what he said was, we are already seeing the unraveling of America and democracy. If we let this go unchecked, we will see that America's not number one, doesn't even try to pretend to be number one, and we are really other countries' punching bags.
Wow.
I hate John McCain in a lot of ways,
too.
But I kind of was like, I'm on board. I'm on board.
I feel like it's a bit much to compare it to Pearl Harbor, though.
Yeah, no one died.
Right, yeah. I mean, and it didn't start a war. I'm not saying it won't.
That's the ominous kind of...
And like Obama...
message behind it.
He said that they'll...
sanctions and blah, blah, blah. But he's on such borrowed time at this point. And listen, there was a fucking drone. And I don't know if I posted something about this. As a good American, as a host of a radio show that talks news and politics, I would expect you to know this. But there was a drone that we had in it was a couple days ago, and the Chinese took it. Yeah. Right. And it for me, it's one of those things with Trump where it's like he doesn't outright say. Okay, well, let me say this. Most of us anti-Trumpers are like, he's friends with Russia, and he likes the KKK. And the reason why we say this is because if SNL does a bit against him, he immediately says, fuck SNL. Right. You know, Alec Baldwin is... Alec Baldwin is a loser and blah, blah, blah. If the KKK support him, he doesn't immediately go to Twitter and say, I don't want their support. Right, yeah. You know... Same kind of difference here. China takes the drone, and he's like, this is ridiculous, you'll give it back, blah, blah, blah. Obama just pretty much gave him the finger, and Obama got the drone back. Right, yeah. No problems. Because the whole reason why China's pissed is because Trump was talking to Taiwanese leader, shouldn't have done it, it broke a lot of... Whatever. Not the point. But Trump has yet to say anything against Russia on this hacking thing. Right. So it's like, you just assume... Well, listen, like any other politician, you can't really assume because they don't speak their mind all the time, but he does. Mm-hmm. So the way, at least I feel, is once Trump gets in, he's not going to fucking do anything about Russia. No, he's not. Especially because it has to do with the elections and they were for him. But that is really fucked up. Right?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it makes me think like the Manchurian Candidate, you know?
The what?
Manchurian Candidate.
What's that?
It was a movie. It's an older movie, like an old movie, way before our time. But the whole premise of it was Russia literally gets a guy to win our election, and then brings us down from within. Right. Yeah, it's a really good movie actually. It needs someone like Dwayne Johnson in it, but that's who should do it.
Remake.
Yes.
Hey, you gotta wonder. I just can't say enough. I don't trust the guy. Like, honestly. The dude... Basically, Russia and the KKK got somebody in office that they wanted, but the majority of America didn't.
But do you think on John McCain's statement,
Okay.
do you think this will lead to either A, the electorals saying, you know what, there is some truth to this. This is going to come into something big.
No, I
And
don't.
them saying, you know what, we're not voting for Hillary, but we're not voting for Trump.
No, I don't.
Because we do not want to face a war with Russia with Trump at the helm.
No, I don't think we have to worry about a war with Russia with Trump at the helm. That's the thing.
The sanctions that Obama puts on, well, I wouldn't be... Listen, I'd be really surprised if for some reason they get vetoed. Like, I can't imagine them not going through
Right.
after all this. And if they don't, we really got to question what's going on in America.
Right. No, I don't think the electorals will change because they're greedy and they won't want to have to pay the fine, because they will have to pay a fine.
They will have to pay
if they
a fine.
change.
But, I mean, it's not going to come from their pocket.
A little bit.
There'll be foundations brought up for them. There'll be all sorts of help.
Maybe, depending where you are.
I almost guarantee you. Dude, if fucking Bill Gates could just hand them out, he
Right.
would. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, and
No,
I'm not saying that's good, by the way. I'm not saying that's right.
I don't think it'll lead to a war because Trump is buddy-buddy with Putin, for better or worse. I don't think... let me say this. I don't think it'll lead to a war because they are friends. But I can foresee other problems going on in America.
But I mean, like, if the sanctions are such that it cripples Russia and Trump can't remove them, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that
but-
could really lead to... Because no one fucks with Putin. Like, no one puts baby in a corner.
But at that point, you got to kind of wonder... Putin's a hostile man, sure. But you kind of got to wonder if he'll acknowledge the fact that it wasn't Trump's doing. Like, had it been up to Trump, the sanctions wouldn't have been placed.
Well, what's the point of having a man in office that you wanted if he can't do anything to help you?
He can't do anything to stop him either. He's not. He
The
doesn't have the
sanctions,
power yet.
those sanctions
He can't.
are like...
But he can't do anything to prevent Obama from putting them into place.
No, but I'm just saying at that point, he's being fucked. He doesn't have another... I mean, these could be really, really strict. Like, it could really
I know,
fuck
but what
Russia.
I'm saying is
even more.
Trump can't do... If he is as reasonable as I like to think he is, I don't think he's a good guy.
I
But
don't think he's reasonable either.
But he's got to acknowledge the fact that this was Obama's doing. If he went to war with America, I can see why he'd want to. He'd be pissed. But it's not like his candidate stabbed him in the back.
Well, we will be right back with the thought on that. Sorry, I got to take another break. Actually, just look it up on the part 2. It'll be right after this one, of course.